Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I bring you Oceanblock2. And yep, Ocean Block, which means everything you see is, well, ocean, right? Yep, pretty much. And I just had myself a start over on a live stream, so if you want to see what I did, you can check it out, where we raided this beautiful castle or tower or wherever you want to call it. And I'm now start turning it into my home so we can actually start progressing through the pack. And let me tell you, the progression in this pack has been quite fun. We started over there in the little tiny island and we're now moving into here, which means I do need to redo every single thing over here. I only pretty much brought the chests in and the bed, basically. Well, what is Ocean Block really? Well, basically, as the name says, it's like Skyblock, but, well, just in the middle of the ocean. Only water. And, well, you guys might be wondering, well, but what happens when you go to the Nether? Yep, in the Nether, there's no water, there's, well, lava instead. You can see there's a bunch of structures. I already checked this one out, but the next one I'm actually going to check is that one, because that seems like a bastion to me. Now, this pack pretty much starts you off in the middle of the ship that just completely wrecked itself. You don't know why. There's a little bit of a story going on, and you're meant to find out how and why. In the beginning, you don't even have a minimap to check your coordinates. You don't have a map to check anything. You kind of need to progress by going from raft to collect resources like those crates over there, and eventually fix your GPS gear so then you have access to the map and then you can actually continue forward. And, well, I went ahead and raided this because I wanted myself a house and I didn't want to build it. So yeah, we got this bad boy. And then you have the quests, which is basically the progression here. And then start by smashing a lot of crates until eventually you end up making yourself a bamboo raft, which basically just allows you to, well, travel in the ocean a lot faster. And then you're meant to make yourself a strainer. This is just put it in the water, it's just gonna start collecting a bunch of resources like food and saplings and stone. And that's basically how you just get started. Just place this down, you can even AFK for like 5 minutes and then you get a bunch of stone, a bunch of saplings, a bunch of food. Not really that much of an issue. Of course, for that you need some string to make these meshes, and you can get the string by chopping down these banners that you see in the rafts. For example, those banners, just a simple shears and you get some string. Like, it's pretty much straightforward, and it tells you a lot of these basic resources that you need to get. It's standard skyblock-ish, I guess you can call it that. But now it's starting to go a little bit off the rails, and this is why I want to pick up the video right here. If you want to see how I ended up here, go watch the live stream. We had a bunch of fun. We had a lot of close calls, but we managed to actually defeat the trial chamber at the top, which I actually just decided to break because I want to live here and don't want to have mobs spawning every 30 minutes. So now it's time for me to actually get some resource generation going again, because I destroyed every single thing I owned. Do I have a lot of resources here? They're starting to get all mixed up already, and I tried to organize, and then I just didn't organize anymore. So let's try and keep this a little bit better by trying to get rid of all the resources that we had and try to set everything up back again. And I was just getting ready to do something, and, well, an airdrop is incoming. So let's just jump on our improved raft, which is storage. So you should aim to improve your raft so you can actually have a lot of storage with you. This has a pretty good storage, and I heard that the bigger boats have, well, more storage than even this one. But yeah, every now and then you get an airdrop. And these things, whenever they're spawning, they come with 4 chests. And you can get some good things out of here. Machine speed add-on, an industrial light, amazing. A candle, because candles, I guess. A bunch of ores, like nickel, diamond, osmium, and a mage light. We already know this one. And would you look at that? Magma Walker boots. Oh, that's so good because we're just now going into the Nether. And yeah, these relics, they're really fun. They're really fun. I still don't know fully how I can work with it. But yeah, as you can see, it suppresses damage from hot blocks. Doesn't do lava, I think. But for a certain, yeah, there we go. For a certain amount of time, it allows you to walk on the lava surface without falling or taking damage. After the time limit expires, the book begins to overheat, damage me, basically. Which means we can actually use this to sort of walk on lava for a little bit, and that's definitely going to be helpful. Like, it's going to be helpful. Well, I kind of wanted to use drawers, and I just came to the realization that in order to make a storage controller, I need quartz. So, I guess we need to explore a little bit of the Nether, which I didn't do on stream. So for those that watched the stream, this is going to be just straight up a new content right now. But to get ourselves to the Nether, we need a soul lantern as well, which we actually had a bunch just on the outside of our castle, because without this, apparently we cannot enter this portal. And now I'm just gonna take a boat to explore these things. Like you can see that one has an ancient debris in the middle, but it also has a spawner. And I don't know if I want to go to that place right now. Actually, I think I have some totems of undying. And this feels wrong. I don't know. This feels wrong. But we're going there. We are going to the bastion. Okay, I had to rush into here because I think the boots are a little bit bugged because I was just sitting in the boat and the boot started giving me damage. I rushed into here, I killed a bunch of pigments, and I opened this chest. I got some ancient debris, and I also got this ring, the bastion ring, and of course, here you go. Okay. The bastion ring is actually something I was looking for because it makes piglins neutral to me. So I mean, I guess not the other ones, the big boys, but the regular ones should not attack me anymore, which is perfect. Which means we can try and explore this peacefully, I guess you can call it that. And there's another chest, and try and get as much loot as possibly mustard. Yeah, there we are. Those guys. I keep forgetting their name. But we need to be very careful because those still attack us. Guess there's the party up there I'm totally missing. Let's actually just trade with these guys a little bit. No, we never know. Oh. They don't give you anything? Really? Are their trades disabled or something? I guess so. That's a bummer. Well, according to this, they should trade with me. But they don't? Let's try again. Maybe with gold they do. Ah, okay. Fire resist potion. Okay. Let's trade with them. I want a crying obsidian. Come on. Or quartz. I'll take quartz as well. I'll give you all the gold if you give me quartz. Brother, you gave me nothing. Gravel? I don't need gravel, man. Yeah, I got a decent amount of loot, but most importantly, I got a piglin out of there. And I didn't search the whole bastion, like where it was all that gang. I didn't go there yet because, well, I'm using flint armor. This is not very good. I do have a diamond paxel. That's basically what's been saving me. But the rest of the armor could be a lot better. But I saw this. Now we can make the barterer. So I grabbed myself a piglin. And I'm just now searching my chests for the resources to get my hands on that, basically. So now we have the barterer set up, and we just put a little bit of gold in it, and well, let the guy trade. Hopefully he gives us crying obsidian. Okay, now we got our hands on the storage controller, which is pretty much what we needed to get started with this. Why? Well, because we are now using sluice, or the iron sluice, and this bad boy can still go up to diamond. Actually we can actually just easily make him the diamond version. And this is how you get all of your ores. I just need to find, yes, mesh as well. And we're just gonna grab a couple of diamonds. We're gonna upgrade it as well, because it's gonna ease up some automation later down the line, not at the moment. But basically, this guy, gonna give him a mesh, and depending on the mesh and the block that we give it, it's gonna give us resources. Now, at the moment, we kind of need to get our hands on a little bit more gold, I believe, to trade with the Piglin, but not just to trade with him. We also need to get our hands on what's it called? Hammers, to actually create more stuff, to break things, like more of these hammers. And these guys take gold. Now, do I have gold laying around? I actually do have some gold laying around, so we can do some automations with this. So you might be wondering, why do I need these compacting drawers here? Well, let's start off the process, right? So first of all, we're gonna need our sluice over here, and we're gonna point it directly into the storage controller here. We're gonna grab our gold mesh and we're gonna put it right over there. Then we're going to grab a hopper to make our lives a little bit easier. I don't think we may need, I'm not sure, but we're gonna put a hopper there nonetheless. And then we're gonna try and aim this guy properly, which may be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, no, there we go. Because this guy is inputting from here and outputting into there. And then we have a cobblestone generator, which hopefully should start sending things into there. If it's not, well, we might just grab the ore we have. Okay, so there we go. Basically, this guy is now rushing in the cobblestone from here, and this guy should be outputting it to the top, I think. Doesn't seem like it, actually. Because if I can right-click it and it's taking a bunch of it, so I may need to see what's happening with this guy, but it should output to closest inventory, which is that one. Then from there, it goes into the hammer, and from the hammer, it turns into gravel and puts it here. This guy is not working, right? Which means we need to put water into him. Now, we could put a bucket in our hands and just fill it up manually, but we have this pump. This is what we're gonna use. Let's put it over there. There we go. The pump is now connected, and it has water underneath it, and that's basically what you need to have. There's something missing. You have to right-click it. Yep, and you saw the water is now starting to flow in, which means we are now automating some resources. Now, pump still needs to be done manual. It does. There's no way around it. I still need to sit here for a while, right-click it so it charges up. You can see the timer left. We can bring that up to 5 minutes, and then we'll have 5 minutes of constant flow. Now, it's not necessarily only 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes of active holding the water, which I believe it should last us around like half an hour or something, at least, fully working. And now, only thing we're missing is, why is this not working? Ah, because it doesn't know where to put the items. Okay, that's right. There we go. Now they are linked, and it should start sending stuff. Did not? I think it should. So I'm a little bit confused. Ooh. Why it isn't sending anything? Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Just needed a little bit extra compacting drawers, and of course I had to link them all to the controller. Now we can link that one as well, but there's nothing there. And I believe there's all the inputs that we have at the moment for this setup right here. And I move this to the side, and now it's working. I don't know, it's complicated. Well, a little bit of AFK and a little bit of extra automation is made. We now have access to, well, a bunch of new things. Now, mainly this pretty much resembles a mod that people should know from the past, and that's Tinker's Construct. But I believe this doesn't allow you to make weapons, it just allows you to make alloys and process like several different types of ores and stuff like that. But it should work pretty much the same, and that's productive metalworks. As you can see, we can make gear casts, rods, plates, and stuff like that. Like for example, the plates, of course, you can see that you can use this method to print out any plates that you want to use for buildings and all those very cool things that we're going to get down the line. But most importantly, and very most importantly of all, this thing has been working amazingly. And I also did an extra upgrade with another hammer. And now basically I'm pulling up the gravel from here into another hammer. That's making it as a dirt, and then it's putting the dirt into this drawer as well, and then putting it into another hammer. So now it's actually making us some sand. And of course, this is still the main issue, pump. Because we need to manually power the pump. But now we're processing the sand, which now gives us access to gold, which is very important in the early game, and plus some extra other resources. So if you know Tinkers, you know this setup. It's pretty basic. You gotta put some black fire bricks all around. In the middle though, it does need to be different. It needs to be a liquid heating coil. You get all of that actually in the quest book, like it tells you what you need to do. And there's even a book that tells you how to build it. I'm just going freehand, well, because I play Tinkers and it's pretty much the same thing as far as I can tell. If there's anything different, well, I guess the game will tell me. Now we have it like this, which means we can then output through these drain blocks, through these foundry taps, into a casting table or a casting basin. But we do need some mold, you know? And that's what the quest line tells us, that we need some ingot casts and some plate casts to progress a little bit, because then will allow us to make ingots out of there, or plates if you want to. Of course, we do need to put some items in here so that they can smelt, but we have a bunch of them just waiting for us outside. Another very interesting thing is this, the primal gel goo. And this bad boy, if you take a look at the quest line, it's used to make the fairy core ingot. Now you craft this guy basically with some rotten flesh, dirt, sugar, and clay, and you got this block. Then you need to feed it sugar, and then it will activate. And then you can put some extra things around him, and it will convert him into some other stuff. So for example, put sugarcane here, slowly but surely they will turn into cactus, and that's one of the ways that we have to get cactus. If we grab iron blocks and we put around it, it will turn it into fairy core blocks. So this is definitely one of the things that we need so far, because we need fairy core for some extra things that we need to craft here and there. So yeah, I had to do this as well. Now we're going to finish up with the castings, and then we're probably going to go into a little bit of pneumatic craft, just a little bit, just so we can have this out of the way. And also, we also need an extra way to find red dye. Now, red dye comes from, well, I believe beetroots. So we can plant beetroots and we can get red dye. But I kind of want to get my hands on some flowers. Those are cheaper, right? There's this occult flower. I don't really know how we can get that. But first of all, we need the poppies. Or, well, I guess this guy just worked. Yep. As you saw, it gave me a cactus. That's what I was waiting. Now we need more sugar to work. Oh, and of course, I forgot. We need lava for this to work. Now the game also wants us to plant some seeds so we can start have some crops and stuff like that. But they do not grow normally in an ocean block. Because over here, you actually have to submerge the seeds, as you can see. Because if they're not underwater, they will not grow. Sugarcane and cactus seem fine, but not these other crops. And yep, we can also just do this and get our hands on a bunch of this stuff. Now, the hemp, for example, oh, it still gives me the industrial hemp. Oh, okay. I thought they would need to grow more, but they may not be able to grow more. That's complicated, I guess. Now, in order to get my hands on some gunpowder and some TNT to progress on the quest book over here, I actually need to upgrade our system. You see, my pump at the moment is manual. I need to manually charge it so it can actually run. And I don't like that. We need to make something a little bit more automatic. And looking at pumps, we have like this one from Oritech, which seems nice, but I don't know how it works. And then we have the mechanism one, which I do know how it works, but that requires steel. So it actually requires, well, steel dust, and steel dust comes from the Metalworking infuser. So we kind of need to get into mechanism to try and get our hands on this. Actually, no, I just noticed something. In order to get steel from mechanism, we would need the Metalworking infuser, right? And that guy takes steel. So we probably need to get steel from another source. And now, using some very, very advanced tactics, we can actually turn some of these Menril logs from Menril trees into crystallized Menril. Which, well, yes, we're gonna need a lot. And actually, I might want to automate this a little bit. And I actually know a better way of doing this. Now, I believe I can just do something like this. I may need to come up with a better technique to placing them, though. Hold on. I think I got it. You can just put a block here, and then if we right click there, yeah, doesn't allow me to put multiple. Huh. Well, I guess we can just parkour it a little bit. Then we do this. Actually, I'm gonna do that. And we can put multiple, but we can drop multiple in the same spot. And I do believe, what I've seen, that this should work. Now, I'm not sure about how many of them I need. But now, if we pick up this redstone clock, it should... Yep, exactly. It's just like that. And that should make my life a little bit easier over here. Yep, that works. That's perfect. Yep, there we go. Now, these bad boys can just sit on here and do their own thing. Like, I can actually increase the frequency at how much this thing actually activates, so they don't do a lot of noise. Do a little bit of noise every now and then. And, well, I gotta time this better, though. Yep, there we go. Boom. Easy automation for this. Okay, now, if we're gonna be making more of these things with this crystallized Menril, we're gonna need power, because yes, power is the name of the game right now. We need to improve our base all around, and for that, power is needed. And I want to explore Oritech, which is a mod that, well, it's amazing. And from what I've seen, we need to make our way all the way up to this, which is the foundry. Foundry starts off with a simple motor over here that we can make in a crafting table or in the assembler. Now, the assembler itself, I'm gonna do later, at a later stage, because you need adamant ingots and that requires some extra stuff. So we're not gonna get into that. So we're just gonna keep to the standard way of making things, which is, well, this, basically. And we need to make an electrum plate, which, well, that's why we have a plate cast. Oh yeah, and I can show you my technically infinite lava setup. That's basically using this separate jar with lava below, bunch of cobblestone, and this guy will just automatically produce with the jar automator lava, and then the lava gets stored in this fluid tank if we need lava for anything, and it goes into this drawer, and from this drawer into the tank. And we're using the Oritech pipes, which they're really easy to automate. Just put the pipe and you right click and you got, well, the connection you want. And if you don't want, like, for example, that connection, then you can use a wrench to just take that off, and then it will just go straight into this drawer. And now we cut these wires off, we grab a little bit of Invar, we put it over here, and now we need some fairy core with nickel, and boom, we got ourselves a motor from Oritech. Now we're going to be needing a cauldron as well. And then for the foundry, I believe we have everything. We do. Boom. And, well, I want to show you guys. I hope this thing has it. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. There's an airdrop incoming, but I need more blocks. Wait, isn't it just one? Do I need 4 of these? Hold on, let's check. Craft powered foundry. That's the key to do this, right? What's wrong? Aha, there it is. If we go to the Ori Tech tab section, it tells us to build this multi-block you need 3 machine cores total. Place the foundry first, then right click it to see where the cores go, and then you place the cores. And I went ahead and made myself 3 primitive cores. Now I can probably do with an upgrade, I think we can upgrade all the way to improved, but I don't know what that does. I really have no clue. And oh, there we go. Yep, as you can see, amazing. We have the foundry over here. Of course, it still doesn't fix power issues, but the foundry, I want to see the detail. Okay, there we go. Fill evenly, match recipe, default. We can put it on. We can give it some add-ons. 1, 2, and of course it needs power. And I believe we can use this to make steel. Now for power, because we need a lot of power, we can go for the magmatic boiler, since we have an infinite source of the lava technically, and this needs a basic machine. This is pretty easy to make these cores, and some probably say iron reinforced plating. This needs steel. So I guess we're actually gonna go with the steam engine. Yes, because we're gonna make this one. Because the steel alloy uses quartz. We have quartz. Okay, finally, power. So steam is now done. And oh, this is actually pretty tiny. We still gonna need the core blocks. But we can probably fit it a little bit closer to here. You might want to get rid of these decorations. Or I want to fit it over there and then run a cable there, or maybe you know, break it and put it over there. Probably better. Let's see if it does it with basic machine cores. Oh wait, what? Is it 6? No, I guess it's just on the wrong side. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this looks great, man. This looks great. Yep, this looks great. Now we need to give it something. Okay, I was trying to bypass it, but they thought about it. Yes, apparently steam engine is still gonna need the rest of the stuff, or steel I should say, because it needs a magmatic boiler to work, which is unfortunate because I was hoping that I could get it to work in another way, but I guess we will have to make a coke oven. Well, I came to the Nether to explore, and I believe I found the boss. That does seem like a boss up there, right? There's also this island, which it also seems to be riddled with mobs, I think. Also seems to have a lot of chests, but I'm pretty sure it should have a bunch of spawners in it. We can go explore. I have fire resistance for 1 more minute. So let's go and take a look here. Hopefully we don't die in the process. Yep, there's the trial chamber right there. We just want the loot. Oh, that's a whatever that spawner is. A Dragoir? Oh, we activated that. Okay, okay, come on. Come on now. I'm gone. Bye. Bye. Please don't follow me through the lava. Okay, I think I'm safe. Well, I found out what a Dragoir was, and even with the Totem of Undying in my hand, still got like 3 shot or something. So yeah, I'm not kind of ready to fully explore the Nether, I think. Well, if you know immersive engineering, you know the famous coke oven, which here is actually a simpler recipe than what I thought it was. It's just convert a single magma block, converts into these magma droplets, and then 9 magma droplets makes the 27 coke bricks that you need to actually make a coke oven. So it's actually a lot cheaper than I was imagining. I don't know why I thought it would be such a hassle to make it. And now we just slap on some coke or some coal, and it will give us some coke. Pretty simple, pretty basic. And will also give us some creosote oil we can use to make some other things. But most importantly, we will need the coal coke, because I believe we should be aiming to make the blast furnace. I was wrong again. How many times I'm gonna be wrong? Please tell me down below in the comments, because I lost count, because we need steel to make this blast. So what am I supposed to do? I don't know what I am supposed to do now. I'm at a loss for words, because as you can see, it clearly shows here that once you have the coke and once you have the foundry, you should be able to make steel. But I don't get what it's locking me out of being able to make this. Like, why is this locked? Why is this still locked? I made the foundry, but I need power, I guess. And the power should come from up top, from the boiler. But the boiler needs steel. So what am I missing here? Envir. Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. Now we unlocked all that we needed to get all the way down here to the foundry. Which is amazing, because it's gonna give us some nice rewards and some more experience. I just need to sort my inventory now, because I need a better organization system right now. And actually, how do I make this work, right? Because let's not forget, we need to assemble this close to this steam machine. So let's actually just rearrange this a little bit. So here comes the magmatic boiler. Okay, seems easy enough, right? And then we need to put add-ons. The add-ons go in the back. So it's a steam add-on in the back. So we see that it does steam. Now I believe we need to give it like what? Water and lava? Let's do it by hand, actually. Okay, so this is what we had to do. We need to have these things piped in. So now, pumping in lava and having the water gives us the steam. Now, I don't know if this is the pipe that we need to use to give steam. Because we're generating the steam now. Is there something like steam pipes, or is it just like is it considered a fluid? It may be a fluid. Hold up. So like that, and then we can use the wrench to, well, not that, but that. And are you getting steam? No, you are not. Because it should, in theory, come out of that side, right? I believe it tells us here. On the last one, yes, this will cause the boiler to generate steam, which can be pumped out of the other side of the steam boiler. Oh, so it's directly from there, actually. So I just need to look at there and do this. There we go. We have power. So the foundry has power as well. Perfect. Now we can actually use this to then make steel, right? Yes, but we need coal coke to make steel for some reason. But sure, it's fine. I don't mind. Oh, chaos box. No, I'm gonna save the chaos box actually. And now it is actually doing something. And we should actually get like a battery or anything like that to store. The steam is filling up quite nicely. We also have water piling up. What the hell is that sound? Is this you? Maybe. But we're close. Steel! We have steel. Ah, yes. And this thing creates water again from the steam, and you can then pump it all the way back into your tank. So it kind of recycles a little bit of water. I'm not sure if it's 100% efficient, but it seems as it should be. Well, this is what happens when you open a chaos box. You get aliens in your base. And, well, Sereth, I do not enjoy this. No. And basically, if you get this guy, just try and get him into a corner. And do not hit him when his shield is up. And, well, then you can just sit like this. And you can just hopefully slowly ship him down. You shouldn't really be a threat if you're, like, behind a wall. Because he can't get to you. He's big, but he's also, well, dumb, I should say. And all he gives us is an acceleration card. But hey, we are progressing very, very fine over here in this world of the ocean. And, well, let me say, you guys, I'm having a blast with the progression of this pack. And hopefully you guys will have too. Now, this pack should be dropping later down the week. So for you guys, there's not that much of a wait coming. And, well, for me today, that's all the time I'm gonna have. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below in the comments if you want to see more. And see ya in the next one. Bye!